Meow.
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 Meow. Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Hi, guys. Thanks for joining us on the Craft Ed Show. And today we've got the famous Kenny E. And below
What up?
is James, the invisible Fish Room Fever. Oh, there we go.
Hey,
That was pretty cool. That was actually really cool. And so today the craft is going to be I've kind of felt like I've been sliding y'all. I haven't been doing super fishy crafts that will help you guys in the fish room or around the house. And tonight I plan on doing something that I needed to do. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do it on here. I love to tub, guys. I do it every year. This year, though, I've had to take a step back. Normally, by now, I'd already have my water out there soaking, getting mosquitoes born into it. Well, this year, everything's going a little slower, so I'm only going to do 2 110s. I was moving those, and my ribcage was killing me. So I just moved 2, and then I'm going to do a bunch. Well, I'm going to do 2 starting off of these. It's a plastic tub that you can get at Lowe's for $14. It holds a little over 20 gallons. And I think it's going to be perfect for what I want. So now, one thing is I'm doing like a price cost because I want to see how much this whole project is going to cost me. So far, I think I've spent about $110 for 2 tanks, 2 of these things, which is pretty good. But last year, I was able to get these fountains at Lowe's for $27. This year, they're $53.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm gone on Amazon. I've got the size smaller for $19.99, and I was hoping they'd be in today, but they aren't. But this is actually big enough. It'd be perfect for this tank.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid that the other one might be too small. So I bought this. Oh, no, this thing's too big. I'm going to have to cut it down. This is what I use in my 110s. And I put this pump on top. So that way I get the extra couple inches out of the water for the fountain to go. And it's off the bottom, so I'm not going to be stirring it up when my fry and my fish are all sleeping at night, because all my guppies are sleeping at the bottom of the tank at nighttime.
So, buddy, you're starting to get piles of super chats here. Did you want me to shout those out
gosh,
for you?
I don't even have my chat on. Yes, please.
Yeah, you got Misfits, Reptiles, and Aquatics with $10 super chat. He says, hope everyone is well tonight. Hope you are too as well. And then you've got Whips World coming in with a $5. Says, holy cow, Ed has super chat up and running.
I have the super chat. I don't have memberships. Rico and I were going to do it this week, and the one day he was free, I wasn't, and then he got sick, the poor guy.
Oh. Then I came in and I said, let's get the party started. Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Kenny.
And then we got Only Oscars coming in. He says, I need an elephant puffer.
Ooh, elephant puffer. I don't know what that is.
I don't know if I've ever seen one. Have you, James?
I have not.
I don't think I've ever. Now you're going to make me curious. I'm going to Google that here in a sec.
Yeah.
Fantastic will probably be on top of it.
Then Fantastic Freak comes in. Be fantastic, everyone, and give Ed a like.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys.
And I'm looking through. I don't see. Make sure I haven't missed it. There's one there for you, James, at the bottom that came in. It looks like.
I see that Sarah's got a comment real quick before I jump into Sarah's question there. I want to say hello to everybody on the participants list. Too Coolie for Schoolie, Crypt Keeper Aquatics, Delilah's Critters, Finn Wiggles, Fantastic Freaks, Geek Boy, Hillbilly Aquatics, Killer Kitty 08, Liquid Zoo Only Fins, New Local Austin, Nola's Dawson Aquatics, Sarah J. Seaver, The Savannah Darter, Shell, Silver Creek Aquarius, Tampa Tom Fishing, The Zen Ginger, Lavina Fish Clan, Wendy Dibble Lore, and Xanadu Doo. Of course, hello to everybody else that's lurking and it's not on that active participant
Okay,
list.
James, I found your new hobby, buddy. You got to go out there and start doing those car commercials, man. You got that down, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sarah J. Sieber said, did you see my comment last stream about the spider plants and the Bella fern? I did not, Sarah, and I'm sorry about that.
Good idea.
That's a great idea.
I don't know what Bella fern is, but these 2 tubs are going to go in the backyard, but I'm going to be putting 2. I'm going to take my mom out to this salvage place and let her pick 2 giant, like, she kind of likes the Ernie looking things, like a Stanley Cup shape type deal. And she wants 2 of those in the front. So I told her I'd buy her 2 little fountains, and we'll put that in there, and I'll put some like swordtails and.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
Yeah, and we'll do lots of those little lilies in there. But that wandering Jew thing, what was it called? Persian shield?
Yeah, Persian shield.
That might look pretty neat if I could figure out a way to attach it to the side and let it run over.
Now, is the Wandering the Jew the one they call the Creeping Jenny now? Is that the same one? Or am I...
Oh, that might be. But, I don't think people shouldn't be offended about everything.
No, I was just asking if it was the same. I don't know plants, Ed.
Well,
I know there's a thing called the Creeping Jenny, and then there's the Wandering Jew. I just wonder if it's the same type of plant or.
I think it is. I think some people don't like hearing the word Jew.
Let's get a correction or a confirmation from the Zen Ginger. I know she knows what the Wandering Jew's name is now, because I've seen her in the chat before. Give us that information.
I think through Danny over the years of pounding him, I think that's what's called a Creeping Jenny nowadays. But I could be wrong.
So I really like this thing.
Yeah, it's really cool looking, Ed.
The one problem I have at my house is the biggest. I mean, I do have dragonflies. I actually had 2 dragonflies come out of one of my tubs today in the basement. Now, baby cat hunts them, so she loves it. So she gets them like within an hour after they come out of the tanks. But it still drives me crazy that they come out. But so some do come out, and they know it's spring, and that's why they're popping now. But I'm gonna make a lid for this thing tonight. That, like, if people come over and we're barbecuing and stuff, I'll take it off and I'll turn on the fountain extra high and put a light in there to make it pretty at night. But then as soon as the people leave, the lid goes back on. So there's no major plan I have. Like, I didn't read how to do this. I'm just winging it. I'm going to use this PVC. It's this new flexible stuff that's pretty cool. I bought a whole bunch of 1/2 inch and 1 inch because I plan on doing whenever I need plumbing done in the fish tank or fish room, I've got it. And I kind of made a noise when I swung it around.
So with those 2, Ed, how many are you up to for pounds now then?
Well, with these 2, I'll be at 8. And then I'll add 2 more. Now someday I want to add. I've got, like, it's really weird, my property. It's like a square piece like this, and then it has like a flag piece that goes behind my neighbors, and they've got this great big privacy fence. And I was planning on putting them all the way along the back of their privacy fence someday. But that's not going to be this year because, just not physically up to it this year. But, okay. So this stuff flexes real easy. I bought a 4-foot thing for $2.99 today at Lowe's. The problem is it was like 4 inches too short to go a perfect circle. So I added these 2 little, I think they're called 90s to them. And it's going to go just like that to make my circle. Now, you see that it's kind of not round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my heat gun on, and we're going to make it a little more round.
While he's doing that, Only Oscar says, Kenny read my chat wrong. I want an infant puffer, the one Ed made with the doll, LOL.
Oh!
Okay, now these things, I bought this years ago for hockey stick blades. And Oscars, we'll work on that.
Got Shell with the $3 super sticker with that extra size pair blowing little heart kisses. Super cute there. Thank you, Shell.
It looks like Paul Sotero answered our question there, James.
Yes. Go ahead.
The Persian Shield is an upright girder. Wandering Jew, Purple Heart, and Creeping Jenny are different plants. Okay.
Yeah, there are quite a few plant people. Kelly in there, Zen Ginger, and so answered. Lots of scientific names coming out.
Well, I know that we have plans once we get everything where we know we want it to be permanently. Then I would like to finish off the fish room with some house plants. You use the plants to help filter the tanks even more, and have to figure it out.
Delilah, Sarah also with the plant knowledge there. Thank you all.
Delilah bought herself a brand new bed today that looks really comfy. She had it on Instagram.
Have you? I've been eyeballing those sleep numbers, man.
I don't know what hers is called, but it looks like a square.
Well, now they got it with like vibration and heat and all kinds of stuff. Different settings for firmness. You can recline it.
Do you see how that heat gun, I was able to just make it twist real quick?
Nice. So when are you going to come out here and get mine done, Ed?
Oh, I would love to do that. That'd be awesome. Okay, so now I got the straight one. I'm going to do it to this side.
Delilah says it was a dog bed she laid in.
Ooh.
But it looked really comfortable. It was kind of in a cubby corner. I don't know. I like tight spots. I think I would have been really good at being a passenger on an old frigate. Because I'd just be happy just like laying in my room and listening to the water all day. I just don't want to be a sailor because, it's just too hard work. Oh, did you ever get to be on a boat, Kenny?
Well, a couple times. Mine were short little ones, though.
Short little boats?
What's that?
What PT cruisers? Or what are the little boats called?
Destroyers.
Okay, destroyers.
Little bitty. But I never went out like the year tour stuff. No. Be truthful, I don't think I could handle more than 30 days on a ship. That would drive me nuts.
Well, I've only ever... Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I had another buddy that I would go and visit him. He was a submariner out of the San Diego down there. And once in a while, he'd invite me to come and check out the ship, his sub. And I went on there one time. I'm like, I ain't never going on there again. I don't know how you do it, dude. He goes in that thing for like 18 months at a time.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Crazy.
Literally, James, you'd be on your knees and you still feel claustrophobic. That's the way it is.
Oh, I'm sure. I could handle being on the water. While I've only very briefly been on a naval vessel, I lived the first year and a half of my life on a shrimp boat. They didn't have a house. That was the home. You lived on a boat. So I actually had a fear of grass when I was a baby because I didn't know what was going on with that. Yeah, I was used to water in a boat. But claustrophobia would definitely get to me.
I wish I could have showed you guys where I just had to pick this little knob off. When I popped it off, it shot across the room and hit the wall and landed square in the middle of the kitty litter box.
Oh.
So I'm not going to stick this thing in my mouth.
I don't think I would either.
Okay, so the idea is just to try to get it so it's less oval.
So when he's done, he's going to show you how to hula hoop.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Where'd he go?
I think he pushed on some buttons on the... Oh, no, the computer was pushed back, so I don't know what happened.
He'll be back. I wonder how long until he'll figure it out.
Yeah. Hopefully fairly quickly.
Hopefully he doesn't do his whole presentation, but like, oh, no.
Yeah, I'm going to have to... and see, I've already forgotten the name of it. I'll have to go back through the stream again. That shield plant. I'm going to have to try and find some of that. That's really pretty stuff.
So is it... It's another one that just kind of drops vines and...
That one, Paul was saying it grows more up than out versus the others. So I think that would be a really pretty plant to have.
Well, I'm thinking some of that Creepin' Jenny would be cool. Once I get the room and I put up my plumb for the airlines, it'd
Yeah.
be cool to just put some Creepin' Jenny and stuff up there. Let it go along that airline so you aren't looking at an airline, you know. There he is.
Hey, I lost you guys somehow. I
Yeah,
have full bars. I don't understand how I could lose
I didn't
you.
mean to do that.
I did. I figured I started talking about you hula hooping, and you're like, I'm out of here.
I didn't hear the hula hoop part. Okay, now I don't want to put this anywhere that'll catch fire, which is almost everywhere but the glass table.
Right?
Let's see. But I mean, it's just so much less oval now.
Well, I'm impressed you got it that much in that short a time, to be truthful, Ed. That thing would probably be bent in half and probably more 90-degree angle if I was still working on it.
Well, okay. I'm just going to start going, guys. And if I need to do it more later, I will. I'm going to get rid of this because we don't want to do this all night long.
So what is this going to be for, Ed? You said, is this to put the net on?
Yes. Okay, so I have the top of the tank, and this is to go above the tank.
Nice. Nice.
So that way, nothing can get in.
Is this one going to be frog-proof this year or no?
It is. Last year, I don't know if it's going to be as good as the ones that I made last year. And, I don't know if I ever released that video. I was thinking about that today. I was like,
well, if this one's better, just don't release it, and you show them the best one now.
Well, it's a whole different type because I used wood and stuff on those. But yeah, I was thinking maybe I should edit that together and actually release it this year. If I have a red beard in a video coming out soon, it's a year late.
So release videos. How do you do that?
What was that?
Nothing. I was being a smart aleck.
He was trying to smack you around a little bit.
I'll smack myself around.
Shorts, yeah, most of my shorts are from years of just shooting little videos. Oh my gosh. My short that's going to come out today, guys, is super cool. But I think they're messing with my algorithm, folks. Because as soon as I get my first sub now on my shorts, they cut it off the short feed. Literally, it's like going like this, and then I get a sub, and it just levels out. So I'm only getting one sub for each one now.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of stinky. Okay, so I'm just using Gorilla Tape. Oh, did I tell you this? The whole thing costs about $100 to do 2 tubs, and that's with the fountains, the lids, and the tubs.
Okay, Ed, you closed me. I'm going to do 2 for Danny now.
Nice.
What's that mean?
I'm going to do 2 tubs like we're doing. I'm watching very intently. I'm going to do it by myself, see? So you're making this so easy, even a guy like me can figure it out. It's looking like
it. Okay, so I just did the Gorilla Glue or Gorilla Tape on the spots right here. Okay, Kenny, you're going to have to be careful because you have to use scissors. But other than that, it shouldn't be too bad.
Now, if you've got it, is there any reason you couldn't use PVC glue, PVC adhesive?
Oh, for sure. Except I may want to pull this off sometime.
Gotcha.
But
I'm just curious.
Pull that off too. They say this new stuff you don't have to use glue on this new stuff anymore. I don't know if it slightly expands when water goes in it or what the rules are, but I still do. Okay, so my covering is this stuff. This is probably the most expensive thing I had to buy is the netting. And I think it was like $27 or something. But I mean, I get 7 by 100 square feet of this. So 700 square feet of netting. So now last year's what I used was metal. Oh, hopefully this doesn't unravel everywhere and make a giant crazy mess because I'm not doing this in my basement or in my garage floor table.
Well, I got a feeling we're going to see a camera fly, James.
It just might. You never know around here.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm actually researching this Persian shield and all its requirements.
I can tell by the way
stuff.
you were geeking out about something over there.
Gosh, I used enough tape on this thing.
And you said those are 20-gallon ponds?
Yes. I mean, you can get, like, the plastic tub ones cost more for the 20-gallon tub. So,
and you think this thing you're making is raccoon-proof?
I don't know about this one. The ones that I have on my big tanks, they like snap down on the tank and they're made of wood and metal. I just didn't have the metal this year because I bought like.
Well, these will be under your mom's porch. That's covered, right? They can't even get into there, right?
Nope. They could go right up on the porch and get it.
Oh, these are for the front?
These are actually going to be on my pool house.
Oh, okay.
Porch.
I know what you're talking about now.
Sounds so ritzy, a pool house.
Oh, yes. You come across like such a little ritzy, snobby dude, Ed.
Okay, so now I'm going to take my zip ties. I love zip ties. I'm going to go with blue zip ties because it's blue wire. Just going to pull a bunch out, little zip ties.
So, James, looks like you got a few fans in the audience saying they're anxiously awaiting to see what you find out about the Persian shield.
Yeah, I'm sure it's possible, as Paul mentioned, but I'm not actually finding where people have really done it in an aquatic environment or for aquariums. But I know that we could make it happen. This group of people could definitely do it. So I'm still just kind of looking at what the typical nutrient requirements are and pH range and stuff like that, and lighting requirements, and everything looks easy enough to do with an aquarium with dropping that sucker in there.
Really? Then Carol Cox says she has, my tubs are 2 by 300, and then she has a 150 that she does rice fish, white clouds, golden white clouds, and oh man, now you got me at my attention, baby long-ear sunfish. That would be cool.
Oh my God, that would be cool.
You ever seen those in person, Ed? Those are really cool sunfish.
I have not seen them in person, but
I'm sure James did. I mean, when we were at Father Fish, he had his head under the water. I'm sure he saw schools of them.
There are a couple of them swimming away from that gator that was in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so see how that's covering? I'm going to put zip ties on it, and then I'm just going to cut it.
Ingenious.
So
I'm going to go with tape after I get the zip ties down.
I think I could go this way, Ed. What I'll do is I'll just take vice grips or something, or put some kind of a lock on each side where the coons can't get it off. I'm just wondering if they'll try to eat through that net, though.
I don't think they will.
Not for. I'm only going to have I might do linear. I've got these wild caught killifish that I got out of Oregon here. I would like to have those in a pond.
I don't think that they're going to think that it's worth it. Okay, so I've got that going. Now I'm going to cut it. Can you guys see what I'm doing?
Yep.
Ah!
Well, I'm looking at you, Ed, and I'm pretty much knowing I'm not doing this for 8 weeks at least. I mean, you barely can do it with 2 hands. How am I going to do this?
Well, that's what you got a wife for, right?
Yeah, but I'm trying to surprise her, dude.
Oh. Well, if you use scissors, you'll definitely surprise her because I'm
Um,
sure something will be missing when you're done.
I'll wait for her to go do something. I'll get Shanna 503 over here. I'll get
Oh, heck yeah.
Atkins over here. One of those two will come over.
Oh, Atkins is so cool. Well, so Shanna. You should have them both over and have like a pizza party. That's what I would do if I was you. Ah,
So if you're going to keep the shield indoors, Persian shield, you want to give it bright light to help maintain that metallic purple foliage color. Keep it above 60 degrees, which shouldn't be an issue if you've got it in an aquarium. And also, it likes humidity, so that's pretty easy to do when you have it in an aquarium. You don't want it to dry out. So
is this one of the plants that would suck the humidity out of the atmosphere for you then when it's sitting in there, or will it make it worse?
I don't know how much it's going to pull out, but it definitely will appreciate it. It seems to have a tendency to dry out when kept indoors. So, I mean, I don't know about anybody else, but I know humidity is a thing here with all these fish tanks. So no problem with that. Maybe the dehumidifier won't have to run quite as much.
I was just wondering if they pull some.
I think it looks like it would work out well. It'd be an awesome plant. All right, I'm going to get back to the chat and I can do more research.
Fishy Minds wanting to see the bull. Yeah, it's a big one, dude. I got this for her 2 birthdays ago from the wet spot. It's a 30 play. I think it's around 30 gallon if I remember right. I can't remember. I just know it was big.
speaking of Fishymon, were you text messaging me today? I think you were hacked.
Uh-oh. What was this?
Because
Pretty hate?
they were trying to get me to give them all my information to log on to my account.
Yeah.
I started off doing it, then it said that they were trying to get on my account. And because I like Fishymon's awesome. But yeah. But if that was him, I apologize.
Paul says you need one of those motion detecting water jets to keep the raccoons away. I figured you could just have your pool boy stand out there with the hose and spray them, right? If you let him out of the pool house, that is.
Oh, me?
Yes,
Most of
you
the time
had.
you weren't here.
No, the other
that's
host.
true. He unlocked that pool house one time and I ran for my life.
What, was there a bunch of raccoons in there?
No, I just didn't want to be locked in there anymore. He'd let me out once a week to clean the pool. It was getting crazy. He'd feed me every couple days at least. So
Yeah, we have lots of leftovers here.
Well, only thing I can remember from you two guys, it's not food that's the problem, it's sleep. Sleep's the only issue that you lack when I'm around you two.
yeah.
Well, we could probably schedule it a little less hectic. Okay, so I've got the netting. Now I'm going to cut it down a little. Let's see, it's kind of bubbly here. But once I put down the tape, it's not going to matter. So now I'm just going to cut the excess off.
Danny, you should watch, when you get a chance, watch this one I'm doing right now, because Ed's doing these 2 cool little tubs for his mom's thing. Really, really cool. I think I should do a couple for you. I was going to surprise you, but I'm probably going to have you help me set them up.
I was thinking the second one I do, I'll make a video of it too. So if people don't like live streams, which it seems crazy, they can always go and watch the 5-minute quick one. Hi, Danny.
Ed says hello.
Okay. So now I've got off all the excess stuff. So now what I want to do is start. What happened to my tape? Oh, there it is. I want to start taping it down to it. And this Gorilla Tape I absolutely love. I use this on my lids, my fish tank lids from the corrugated plastic that I use. And it makes a super hinge. It never wears out. it doesn't ever come loose from the lid. You know, if it dumps in the water, it still doesn't. So I absolutely just can't recommend the Gorilla Glue enough. Or the Gorilla tape, clear tape. And so now, see all I'm doing? So I'm going to put that tape all the way around it.
You should tell Gorilla Tape you want to be an affiliate now because it goes good with your Chattanooga Ed style.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just use discount code Ed for your Gorilla Tape today.
All your Gorilla Tape needs.
All your Gorilla Tape.
I like their glue too. Here. Now you made me get up.
You were talking about that trip to see Father Fish. Speaking of, hey, Father Fish, popped up in the chat. There. Good to see you.
Oh, awesome.
Booty Boy's in the house.
Yeah.
Ooh. It's not very often the four of us are all together at the same time anymore.
The glue is great. And the wood glue I use a lot too.
So you really should be a spokesperson for these people.
Yeah. I like the black duct tape they make quite a bit too, but it's a little too thick for cutting and for something like this.
So you going all the way around with that stuff then for?
Yeah, I'm going in between each one of the zip ties.
Oh, okay. Just to give it a little extra security.
Yeah, I mean, this tape will last longer than the zip ties.
Wow.
But yeah, Father Fish is awesome.
Oh, and before I get on, does Paul McCarthy come in your streams, Ed?
Yes, he does. Paul McCartney.
It's his birthday today.
Yes, isn't that awesome?
Happy birthday, Paul. I haven't seen him yet, but in case he is.
He was in James's.
Yeah, I saw him in there. I didn't know if he goes back because I know a lot of people head out after James and you guys.
Yeah, I'm just not as cool.
No, it's just later. Freshwater Theology headed out. Speaking of, said it's 4 a.m. here. I don't want to be awake when the sun rises. Have a wonderful night. Sweet dreams to you.
I wonder where he must be in England then, huh?
Yeah, she's across the pond. Yeah. She's got a really awesome science-y, as I like to say, channel. She does a lot of really interesting science-based stuff and pulls out little skeletons and all sorts of different things.
Ooh.
That's neat.
When I'm not doing fishy stuff, it's Forensic Files or some kind of movie similar to that.
That's what you do?
That's what I'm into. That's what I like to watch, you know, like the docs about all the weird serial killers, all that stuff.
I've been through every single serial killer documentary on Netflix. I'm just waiting for the next one to come out.
The one that blew my mind this week is I watched they did this special on Scientology. Wow. I didn't realize that this group was even in America.
Oh yeah, the Leah Remini.
Yes.
Yes. They put it back out, or they changed the thumbnail. And they refreshed it because they had it out a while ago, and I watched it back then.
I never knew there was such a thing out there.
The Illuminati or Scientology?
Scientology.
Oh, that's what Cruise was into, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That and I like war stuff. I like all the World War II documentaries and movies.
I've been watching hockey all week.
I've been watching a little bit of that too myself, Ed. And I've been watching the basketball. There's been some good basketball. But I got to go hang out with fish people today, so that made me feel good.
Oh, who'd you hang out with?
My buddy Johnny's the one that's always giving me the Altums and the zebras. And
Nice.
He's pretty sad day, though. It's winding down the fish room on this side. Now he's moved 3 hours away from me, so I got to work to go see him now.
Oh, no.
That's a shame.
Well, it's going to be the same way when James moves away.
Where are you moving to, James?
He's moving to Portland.
No,
Oh.
nothing against it, but that's a long haul.
I was going to say,
No.
buddy, I'm going to be your first duty as your buddy and tell you, think a different place.
Yeah.
But
No, we've
the
got
Fish
some
Club's really
property. I guess about an hour from here, but eventually we'll get moved on to.
That'll be nice.
Yeah, it's out in Hillbillyville, and I can say that because I'm from good old Tennessee. But it's out in the middle of nowhere, so it's going to be.
Yeah, if you ever make it to my ranch up in Wisconsin, you'll see that me and I have a lot in common, my friend.
Oh, very nice.
I like being out in the hills.
I like eating cheese.
You get plenty of that in Wisconsin.
Yep. And fish boils. You ever do a fish boil?
Oh, yeah. Corn
I did
boil.
when my heater got stuck on one time.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't like those ones.
My mom and dad used to go up to Wisconsin every year just for the fish boil parties.
Oh,
But we've got relatives in Minnesota.
nice. James, I don't think you were out with me the other night. I got Dean's wolffish.
I heard about that. That is awesome.
It's that one that you saw him catch. I thought that was pretty cool.
That's super cool. Yeah, because didn't you get it like super cheap, like $1 or $2 or something like that?
$1. I was the only person
yeah.
that had $1.
Yeah,
Everybody
I was
scared.
listening. Yeah.
But I'm impressed by it. I mean, he's the smallest fish in this tank, and nobody will mess with him now.
Okay, so I got the circle. So now I'm going to put this insulation around. Oh, Nico wants in. Should I go let Nico in? Let
You
me
know the
get Nico.
crowd's going to say yes.
You know he's going to let that cat in anyway, man.
You know it. There's no doubt about it.
Now, is he on the back deck or is he back in his lower one? Is this the back deck he's on?
I believe so from the looks of it. Yeah, because it's got that big glass table in there. I know that's not in the lower room.
Yeah, this is
I've gotten to know the interior of Ed's home. I know what room you're in.
That cat is so slow. Okay. So now I've got this insulation for pipes. And I'm just going to pop that on all the way around. But it's a lot easier to do when it's one just long. Oh, now baby cat wants it.
You can also use pool noodles for pipe insulation substitutes, but you have to cut the slit in the side of it. So.
I'm waiting to see if Nico jumps up there and just undoes everything he just did. Because that looks like something a cat would want to play with at this point.
Oh, yeah.
You want to come in?
Nico left, but baby cat came in. Let's see. Can you guys talk?
Yep.
Nope.
Somehow I turned you guys way down when I took my heat. Now he's looking at the glass door and he wants back in. I'm not going to do it. He goes so slow walking through the door. He just wants the door wide open, but I can't have the door wide open because Dad's watching hockey and we'll get strikes.
Your dad gets pretty excited about it too.
Well, I don't know. The Blues aren't playing tonight, and Tennessee might already be eliminated. They just were destroyed by Colorado. But
Oh,
wow.
My dad doesn't have the best hearing, so he plays the TV super loud.
My Blackhawks, that's been so long since we've been there again.
I don't think they even made it to the playoffs.
No, dude, we're thumping down at the bottom nowadays.
So weird. I don't understand how you can be so good and then go so bad.
That's the way Chicago ownerships are, brother.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
So now I'm going to put some black zip ties on it.
First thing I thought is he gets himself a big stump and now he's got the ultimate badminton or tennis racket, James.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think that's going to work. Darn it. my blacks are too small. I'm gonna have to go with the stupid kind of clearish ones.
So the white ones are bigger?
Yes. Let's see. I don't know. I guess they're white, but they're ugly. I'd rather have the black ones. They just look so much better. Oh well. I'm gonna put them on the ends. I'll probably buy some black ones tomorrow before I do the live or do the normal stream. Or not stream, but the video when I make it.
So Ed, have you met Dean?
What's that?
Have you met Dean yet?
I have. I've got to play games with Dean.
I was going to say, I thought you and Dean would get along awesome.
Dean is so cool. He was like, "Why haven't you invited me on your stream yet?" And it's like, well, Dean, you're so much cooler than me. I didn't know what to say. But someday we'll have Dean on someday because he's so cool.
Yeah, I got to talk to him for probably 15 minutes. He saw me heading out, so he came out to tell me about the fish, what he's been feeding. I mean, he's super cool. Went way above. Here's what you can feed him. It's pretty much anything you want.
Yeah, well, and then it was really cool because at that show, at the end of the show, he's there, and I think he feels like he owes Extreme to try to push their product because they sent him to Florida to sell his stuff. So he's running around asking people to buy it for like half price. And so I said, sure, I'll take the krill and the other. And I went up there to get it. And then the guy wouldn't take my money. The guy Extreme. And he says, oh, no, Chattanooga Ed's an ambassador. That's so nice. So I will say good things about Extreme because they're really swell. And they gave me some free food. So I guess they are kind of a sponsor. I don't like this sticker on here. I wish I would have got that off before I cut it. Because it's like right in the middle at the front. How tacky is that? Dead center front. Oh, well.
Ed, I didn't realize how attention to detail you are. How on earth did you ever get your fish room done?
Well, I took like a year and a half.
There we have it.
There you have it.
I have crazy patience. I make sure I do things. I try to do it right, but it doesn't always work out to be right. But
just make sure you bring your heart medicine when you come to see me, because I'm sure my fish house is going to blow your mind. You're going to be like, oh my God, this is all out of line.
Oh, no, I doubt that. Gosh, mine is so dirty right now. I've got so much work. I'm going to totally drain, I think, 5 or 6 tanks and completely redo them. Or I may not even redo them because they're on the bottom shelf.
Yeah.
And I have a hard time enjoying the fish on the bottom shelf.
Well, yeah, because you can't get down vertical where you can see everything from front to back. I'm in the same boat. Matter of fact, Danny, the new ones we just put up, the new stands, we've made it so you're up about 6 inches off the ground just for that reason. So you can at least get down and see them.
Well, I hope this is going to work. Like I said, I just did this in my head. I didn't like...
Oh, so this is actually a guinea pig one you're doing?
Yep.
No kidding.
I think I should have gave it some more heat. I was too impatient. Well, I should have held it longer. It's starting to go back to form.
But what? Let me ask, if you put it inside of the thing, will it fit inside there or no?
It's gonna hopefully fit on top.
God, if it was just a little less diameter, you could have stuck it in there to keep it shaped. But
okay, let's see.
I think you're gonna be all right, Ed.
I don't.
Hey, Candy, good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
Frogs will still be able to get through.
Oh, I forgot about them.
I have a plan for them too. I have to take the earphones off.
Uh-oh. When the earphones are coming off, we don't know what he's bringing back, folks. I think
Gloves
it's about
are coming off too.
Oh, we're bringing back. That's the same stuff.
This will definitely stop birds and dragonflies and stuff. But I think I'm going to have to do a little more work on it. But I was also thinking I could put this on here like this. So like if somebody comes to videotape, I can just pull this off. But this will create a barrier between, I'm hoping. Oh my gosh, I put my earphones in there somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, it won't be that attractive unless, I pull it off for a few hours while people are visiting. Okay, so this is maybe the route I should have went, because I can easily make a square net that's heavy to fit right on top. Look at that. I mean, that completely seals it up. These two just on top of each other. But I'm going to have to put something on here to keep it pinned down. But yeah, this will make a complete seal with the double layer. So I don't think I'm going to change it. I think I'm just going to make a way to snap this down.
I'm actually impressed that what did that take him, James? 20 minutes maybe? Not even?
Yeah, not long.
Wow. How much time have we taken from this craft?
46 minutes and 50 seconds.
Oh my gosh. Well, and this PVC is so easy to cut. Okay, here's another thing, Kenny. If you do this, you're going to have to be very careful. This is a PVC cutter. You put your pipe in like this.
Oh, Lord, dude.
And you just squeeze. And you just cut it off like a cigar cutter. And I use the smaller one for the small stuff. And then I've got one that ratchets for the big stuff.
Yeah, I've got one of the ratcheting ones. Those are a lifesaver if you're going to do any type of PVC work around the fish room or house.
Maybe someday we'll have to make marshmallow guns. It's not very fish-like, but I'm pretty good at making marshmallow guns. I could teach everybody how to make a marshmallow gun and shoot marshmallows at each other.
Well,
it's really fun.
We could maybe adjust the size of the marshmallow gun to where we could create some sort of fish tablet that we launch out of it into the fish tanks.
Yeah, like a little pile of rapashi.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, put the rapashi in there and just shoot it. Well, they probably sell round ones.
Always taken.
No, one time I think I made about 50 marshmallow guns for one of our UAW picnics. That was so much fun. The kids had such a blast shooting those things, except for the kids that were dumb. And they would put the marshmallow in their mouth and then stick it in the gun because they thought it'd be funny if it would stick on people, but it would just gum up their system.
Which you're probably glad it did.
Well, yeah, because that'd be.
I don't want no snot infested little marshmallows slapping me in my face. I mean, my goodness.
Well, that's the problem with children.
Yep. Love them to death, but most of them, they got little diseases running around. They're the cause usually.
Well, I like the ones that are little Girl Scouts because of their cookies, but or if they like to go to superhero movies, that's cool. But man, the kids are getting so old now; they don't even want to go to the movies with me anymore. They used to be like, all I had to say was movie, and they'd be like, "Oh, I want to go." It's kind of sad. I only have one left. Oh no, two left that are in high school.
We're down to grandchildren now, man.
Yeah, I'm a great uncle, I guess, because one of my nephews has 2 childrens, but they're still babies, and I'm just not dealing with babies. I'm not gonna buy them nothing because they won't remember it was from me. You know, I don't pick them up because I don't want to hurt them.
We don't have to deal with those issues. That's the young man that has to deal with that. Mr. James still has to deal with all the kids and all that kind of stuff.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, he has a little bitty one at his house now.
Oh Lord.
How's that pond project coming along, Ed?
Pretty good. So, if nothing else, I'll be able to take out wasps too. But I thought that this would take the whole hour. Well, I guess 50 minutes into the show. But yeah, the whole tub system is, you know, basically you could look at that if you'd want to go to Lowe's. And, you know, some people don't have tree frogs. And the tree frogs were the biggest killer for me because the tree frogs ate the
well, I witnessed it. I saw your tadpoles that one year.
Yeah, and I thought they were so cute until I took the fish out and all I had was adults.
Oh, they ate every fry?
They ate every single fry. Well, maybe I had 5 fry.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. So, I mean, that's a pretty cool little tub that you can get. The 1999 sprinkler or fountain that I'm buying off Amazon. It also has LED lights hooked up to it that float, and so at nighttime it'll make little like pretty fountain colors and stuff. That's
cool.
Kind of neat. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this, and I don't think this lip really looks that bad on it.
Actually, I mean, from this angle on YouTube especially, it just looks like it's part of the tub.
Yeah.
I got to get the sticker off. It's driving me nuts.
Yeah, that's nice
There we
little
go.
20 gallon.
I mean, that's it. And it's like a double layered plastic. It's not just single. Now, tomorrow I'm going to blast it with water because these things are like made in molds. And they use wax to pull them out of the molds. And I don't want any residue wax left in there that could, hurt the fish. And I do that with all my tubs as I hose them out really good because I don't want any of that extra stuff on there. So why don't we go to full screen again? Our 3-screen people. Awesome. And let me pull this up. Did anybody have any questions about the tubbing? Or another thing I do is I buy a bunch of the pantyhose at the dollar store, and I fill it with crushed coral, and I drop crushed coral in all my tubs because we get so much rain. The water will get real soft, and I'm trying to do live bears, so I want hard water. So I put about half a pound of crushed coral in each one, and I mean it's going to be awesome because if your pH gets to like 7.8, 7.7, it's going to stop breaking down the coral. But if it's lower, the coral will start to dissolve and make it harder. So it's like a time delay system that just works perfect to keep your water pH high and hard, which is awesome.
James, I don't know. Did we get Shell gave you a $3 super chat, the little pair with the hearts flowing at you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you
I
so
couldn't remember
much.
if we got that one or not.
I do plan on, though, in these tubs, I'm going to do Daisy rice fish in one. And I was thinking about if I can find any, the orange, not oh man, I almost said the wrong thing. The orange rice fish starts with an M.
Madaka?
Madaka. Yeah, I was putting an F instead of a D in there, and it was making it sound bad.
Those are really nice. I saw some up at the Seattle auction I went to this past month. No,
Yeah,
I'd never seen them in person before. They're really good looking in person.
James and I had some, but we didn't get them to last. So hopefully round 2. We weren't prepared for them the first.
They like cooler temps too, don't they? They like the cooler temps.
Yeah, but apparently they can handle the warm water for tubbing.
Really?
And the nice thing about the big tanks with a lot of plants is they won't see all their fry and eat it. And there will be a lot of little things living in there for the fry to eat, which will be pretty cool. Ed can't see the chat. You're right, Nola, but now I kind of can because I brought it up close. Let's see. Did somebody ask me a question?
I tried to stay on top of it. This is a pretty good group. They tend to entertain themselves while you're crafting.
Well, but Nola, I do appreciate that because I do keep the computer pretty far away when I'm crafting or I'm working with stuff so I can't see. And I want you guys to be able to see as big of a screen as possible. So it's always awesome to have Rico or Kenny and James to hang out with and read the chat.
And hope that James and I pay attention.
Wait, what are we doing?
And I had somebody awesome asked to be the co-host today or fill in for Rico, but I'd already asked Kenny, but I appreciate that person for asking, and next time I'll ask him when Rico's sick. Even though we love having Kenny.
You know me, buddy. You ever need me, I'm there.
Well, so now what's the plans for tomorrow, Kenny?
Well, tomorrow, I think we're going to start gearing up to start talking about some of the events hitting the here soon. Like we got the ACA and a couple other things. And then I'd like to talk a little bit about larger tanks.
What time will this be going on? Are you just going to talk to Danny about it, or are you going to do a stream?
We're doing a stream.
I know. I'm trying to promote it.
Yeah, it's our stream, dude. 7:30.
7:30 tomorrow.
Yeah, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 Eastern. And it's me, James, and Ed doing fish talk.
Awesome.
And you never know what you're going to get. And the three of us down the road, I'm sure we'll figure out between the three of us. And I've even told these guys we can kind of do a wandering around and we'll hit Ed's channel one week and James the next, whatever. I'm just be able to hang out with fishy folk and talk fish is what we're going to talk about. And occasionally we'll slip off of subject, but when football season's here, because all three of us love our football.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, especially James.
Oh yeah.
We may have to have Shy come on for James that week.
No, I'm all about football season. I'm a huge Braves fan. Yeah.
I know.
Poor James. But he still doesn't hate us for loving it.
Why would I? I used to be really into football. I can understand.
Well, what else is going on? Tomorrow also, I'll be on Lefty's stream. Probably, I wasn't on it last week and I was supposed to, but a blackout hit, I think like at 3, and his show is supposed to start at 4. So I totally missed it. And hopefully there won't be anything that happens tomorrow that's bad, and I'll be able to hang out with him. Oh, wow, Candy Overhauls is here. Hi, Candy. And yeah, so that's cool. So I'll be on Lefties at probably about 4:30 till about 5, and then take a few hours off. I'll probably take my dad out to eat, or he'll take me out to eat, because Mom is in Pigeon Forge with the girls this weekend.
Oh, nice.
And tonight's, I have a special short for tonight. I'm looking forward to releasing it as soon as the show goes offline. I'm going to release it, and it's my big Synodonis.
Oh, nice.
That's on the photo is actually a still frame of the video I got of that guy. And how do you pronounce his name?
That is a Synodonis decorus.
Decorus. It gets about a foot long. This guy's about 11 inches long. So maybe it won't get bigger. I don't know. It hides all the time. What you see, I've got a big piece of wood. And I mean, the wood that he's in front of, it's about a foot wide. His whole body goes under it except for his tail. And so he has that striped tail always going back and forth behind the wood. So I see him every day, but I normally don't get to see his body.
Well, what you do is you get a flashlight and you're in the fish room and you wait about 20 minutes and then bust out the flashlight and he'll be out playing and you'll be able to look at him that way. Or if you really want him to stay out for a while, just make it a red light. Then you can actually, because I don't think they can see the red light.
Well, I was really checking out his coolness. Let me see. His whiskers. Oh man, that's a video.
Does he got the nice streamer off the top fin there?
He normally has his giant fin up, but for some reason it went down when I walked up there. But check out his little whiskers. They got those little
barbells,
barbs on them. Kind of like that catfish that James was looking up for somebody. Who are you looking up that catfish for, James?
Names are hard.
Oh, James isn't here. But whatever that type of catfish was from last week, it has these little spikes off the whiskers, and he has those too. Isn't that weird?
That is a little predator, though.
Oh, I can't hear anything. I think when I drop my phone, I hit the mute.
You can't hear me?
Can you guys hear me?
Hello.
I hear you, James.
Yeah, I hear you, Kenny.
No bueno, we go.
I can hear now.
Okay.
I dropped it right on the mute button when I dropped my phone.
Oh, nice.
Gosh.
Well, that's because I was giggling because James said clear as day. He answered your question. You're like, okay, James not here then. All right, moving along.
Oh, that's funny.
He answered you twice.
Well, cheapers. I totally missed it. Well, guys, we've been going for over an hour. I don't know is anybody going next?
Somebody will want to do a pop-up, I'm sure.
Yeah, normally we have Rico going next. But
who's an up-and-comer wanting to go next? There's Sarah. I wonder if Sarah wants it.
Yeah, maybe Sarah will pop it up. Well, guys, thank you so much for all the wonderful super chats. I really appreciate it a lot. That's what helped pay for, well, not help. That's what paid for these tubs for me today. I really appreciate that. And thank you, mods, for being awesome, and Madi. And Kenny E., thank you for filling in for Rico.
No problem.
You're the man. And James, always hanging out with you is a lot of fun. And maybe James and I will be hanging out on Saturday too.
Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a live stream from there.
That would be fun.
Where are you guys going to be this week?
Well, Chattanooga Club, the Chattanooga Fish Club, is having a swap.
Nice.
And we talked about doing a booth, but we don't have Tiffany White coming, and we always count on her for bringing a lot of fish. And then everybody else brings like 5 bags. But
God, with all the guppies you got, you should be able to fill a table yourself.
Yeah, but I don't want to give them away either. At the swap, sometimes you end up giving a lot of stuff away at the end.
At the end, yeah.
So, I was thinking I could bring maybe 10 bags or something. But maybe next year I might actually do a booth at Aquaticon and try to bring like 50 bags of guppies or something.
I'm going to try hard to make it next year.
That'd be cool.
I don't think I'll want a booth because I don't want to mess with shipping fish and the stress of that. And then
Right. Well, I'll have my shirts and my hats, even though probably everybody who wanted one's already bought it.
Well, if
but
you
I'll
or
still
James
have that.
if I come and you or James has a booth, I'll watch your booth for you.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Thanks,
And
Kenny.
Did you see my awesome Chattanooga Ed? or not Chattanooga Ed, but Tennessee Fish Fam hats.
Nice.
I sold those out there. And I sold 40 t-shirts, so that was really cool.
Is that psychic thing?
But yeah, so next year maybe we'll do a booth. That'd be pretty cool. But guys, thank you for everything, and we will see you tomorrow in the streams. And James, can you get
Bye.
the